Hello everybody and welcome back to the Burgerzoids Down. So I have a pretty fun video today for my Saturday TV, movie, whatever video. And it's another Owl House video. Yay. I took a week off because I wanted to, or not a week off, but I did a Adventure Time video for the previous Saturday. Now I'm going back to Owl House for this other video that I had in mind that I wanted to do, and now I'm doing it right now. So, this video is all about spin-off shows. Not too late for spin-off shows, I hope. So I'm going to give some ideas of some spin-off shows that I had for the Owl House. There's only a few of them here, so it won't be too long, but I'm really excited to get talking about these. Alright, so starting off here, I only have about 5 spin-off ideas here, but either way, we'll start off with a young Eda spin-off show / Eda spin-off show. It's basically an Eda show. So the idea is that it will be following Eda, retelling some past stories about her younger days, where she goes to Hexside and causes a bunch of mayhem and mischief, whatever you want to call it. But it will also just kind of go through a bunch of Eda backstory. We'll get to see young Eda, like Hexside, young Eda. We'll get to see early 20s Eda, when like around the time when she found King. Regular Eda now, maybe even older Eda, just like so many different time frames for Eda. And it'll just kind of be her retelling her past stories and everything about, all these different things that she did. It will give some great insight on just Eda in general, I guess. How the worlds would kind of see younger children, specifically the Emperor's Coven, how they would interact with younger children and things like that, and just like all these different fun things. We'll get to see a young Rain Whispers, along with a young Lilith as well. We get to have the whole Clawthorn family, in the show and everything. Maybe even more young King as well. King growing up, things like that. Just a lot of different episodes based off of Eda and her younger days and even some of her older days and things like that. So I thought that would be kind of a fun spin-off show. Next up on the list, we have a King spin-off show. But this one is going to be about future / older King. So this is almost like Legends of Korra style, where we have, of course, like the Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then in the future we have Legends of Korra. So this is kind of like the idea where King, basically the story is that older King inherits the Owl House after Eda passed away, and it just kind of shows his experience in the future of the Boiling Isles, just to see what may happen if... by the way, I forgot to mention this. I'm recording this at the time of season 2A just ended. It's like the Saturday where it ended, so that's when it was recorded, and now we have, and that's why I'm just deciding to do it in this little hiatus, where we have the hiatus between season 2A and season 2B. So I don't know what happens at the end of season 2, and I don't know what happens at season 3 either. But either way, my idea is that Belos has been defeated, and we see how the Boiling Isles handles it. And this is just going to be like that show for that. Also following King, how he's holding up. Maybe Luz is back on Earth, or the human realm, whatever you want to call it. So he's, remembering her. And Eda's passed away, and yeah, I think you get the point. It's just basically like a future show to see what happens in the future of the Owl House universe. Okay, next up on the list here, we have a Hunter / Golden Guard spinoff show. I think this would be a really fun one. This is basically going to be following Golden Guard and his adventures of keeping the Boiling Isles under wraps to sustain Belos' rule. So this is like in the prime time of Emperor Belos' rule over the Boiling Isles. I think it would just be a really fun show. Pretty simple show, I'd say. Nothing too like crazy deep lore or anything. But it's basically just going to be the Golden Guard kind of going through different towns and doing a lot of world building on the Boiling Isles, just to show off some of the cool stuff that they have there, and basically him just like doing jobs to keep the Boiling Isles under wraps and just kind of like sustain under Belos' rule and keeping everything all good and safe. So I thought that would be a pretty fun show. I almost like compare it to like the one episode, one story episodes from Adventure Time or something like that. Very similar to that style, but instead it's with the Golden Guard. So yeah, I thought that would be a pretty fun show as well. Another one that came to mind when I was making this list would be a Blights, the Blights spin-off show, following the Blight family as they grow to power and become rich. So basically, my idea here is it's basically all going to be about the Blight family. So Alador, Odalia, Edric, Emera, and Amity. So I'm thinking all these episodes could just be different times, different stories. Like they could do an Alador and Odalia backstory episode, how they became rich, how they came up with the idea for the abomination things, Blight Industries. Then they could do Amity episodes, where Amity is older, Amity's younger. Same thing with Emera and Edric, when they're younger, when they're older, and just all these different things. They're just kind of showing all the Blights and getting all these different stories together and things like that. Yeah, I don't know. Again, another pretty simple show, very similar to the Golden Guard show, which is going to be simple as well. Just some nice couple episodes, almost like, I guess it would almost be like a sitcom, I guess, huh? That'd be kind of interesting, like an Owl House sitcom show. That'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Just again, another very simple show. My final show on this list here is a show called The Whittabine Brothers, the spin-off show here. So again, like I said, I'm recording this in between the hiatus of Season 2A and Season 2B. So I have zero clue what happens at the end of Season 2 or any of Season 3 or anything like that. Nothing has been revealed yet. So, in this idea, following the idea that Philip and Belos are the brothers, this would basically be Philip and Belos traveling through the Boiling Isles, the very, I wouldn't say young Boiling Isles, very, I don't even know what you would call it, but basically where wild witches are free to run rampant around the Boiling Isles, and how Belos and Philip experience that, and their adventures just exploring and taking notes and doing all this interesting stuff, getting some crazy backstory on the Emperor's Coven, how that came to be, maybe seeing how Philip potentially died, and how Belos decided to honor his legacy and everything, and just all these different things. Although I do think this will be touched upon in Season 2B or even Season 3. But for now, if this is just the spin-off show, just kind of show everything about the Whittabine brothers and the Emperor's Coven and stuff like that and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that show. But that would be a cool one. That would probably be my number one on this list, just to get all this backstory, just to see the Boiling Isles in the past with all these wild witches everywhere. That'd be really cool. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this little video here. If you enjoyed, if you have any other spin-off show ideas, I'd love to hear them. But yeah, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, comment YouTube stuff. I will see you in the next video.